Welcome back. The Edmonton Oilers are gearing up for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. Well, they'll face the Florida Panthers in a rematch of last year.
We know the routine, we know the opponent. There's a lot of unknowns last year. Now that we've been here, we're just a little more, I don't know what I would say, comfortable, but we just know what the routine is. Do we feel we're a bit stronger, a little more confident? Yeah, maybe, but we also know the other team's probably stronger than they were last year also. So, you know, we're going to have to play our best to give ourselves an opportunity.
Last year, the Oilers almost pulled off a stunning comeback, but ended up losing the series in Game 7. However, the Oilers are heading into this series with home ice advantage this year. And Captain Connor McDavid said he's focused on dethroning the reigning champs and bringing back Lord Stanley to Canada.
I mean, winning in the playoffs takes everything you got. Obviously, we're here in the last series. You know, it takes even more. So, yeah, they can be draining physically and emotionally, but it's supposed to be. It's that way for both teams. They have our complete focus. All of our energy is in going into beating the Florida Panthers. There should be nothing else on anyone's mind.
And when they do take the ice in Edmonton tomorrow, 6 of the Oilers players will have a little piece of home with them. Ice from the hometown rinks of some Canadian players were scraped into a thermos. It was then shipped to Edmonton to be added to the ice sheet at Rogers Place. They collected ice from Connor McDavid's hometown in Newmarket, Ontario, along with ice from a rink near Burnaby, British Columbia, where Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Evander Kane both spent their early days. Organizers of the initiative say they hope it helps to unite the country, adding, hockey's biggest stage should reflect where the game began at hometown rinks. Finally, tonight, while most young people are worried about homework and summer jobs, a Vancouver Island teen is inspiring global audiences with his out-of-this-world ideas. In tonight's Sawatsky sign-off, Adam meets a high school student who's striving to use science to make our planet a more positive place.
Nathan Hellner-Mestelman seems like an ordinary teenager until he shares his extraordinary appreciation for radio static.
That is the radiation left over from the Big Bang.
If you ask Nathan about the beginning of this scientific journey, he'll tell you about when he was 12 and took a brief break from viewing a lunar eclipse to refuel.
While I was grabbing a cookie, an asteroid impacted the moon, and I didn't see it, obviously.
While the impact appeared smaller than the smallest cookie crumb, Nathan learned it was actually big enough to have leveled a city block.
And so I just kind of wondered, how much is going on across the universe that we don't think about because we are here on Earth eating our cookies.
Well, Nathan's curiosity led him to being accepted into the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada at 12, create science fair projects too advanced for judges to comprehend by 15, and become one of the most amazing students Neil Johnson has ever taught in almost 30 years.
He so reminds me of a young Carl Sagan.
Like the iconic astronomer earned global fame for capturing the imagination of regular people, Nathan has written articles for international science publications and a story about our place in the universe called Cosmic Wonder that proved so accessible it earned multiple offers from book publishers.
I think Nathan's going to change the world because of his ability to tell stories that connect with people.
Whether he's volunteering to share his knowledge with visitors at an astrophysical observatory or writing to inspire a global audience, Nathan hopes that by encouraging us to look beyond those cookies in front of us, we just might realize how connected we are to everything that surrounds us.
When you stop seeing people for nationalities or cultures or religions and you start seeing people for atoms, because we are just a bunch of atoms, that really helps dissolve some of the social constructs that we've built that have divided us.
A unifying message inspired by wonder and curiosity, occasionally accompanied by the soundtrack to the birth of the universe.
It's my favorite music album to listen to. Big Bang, you know?
Adam Sawatsky, CTV News, Saanich.
All right, that is our newscast for tonight. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 6. Good night.